Hi everyone, it's Roses and Clovers. I wanted to do a vlog that wasn't for Shaytember, and I didn't really know what to do, and then I remembered ages ago when I got my camera that I had like a bunch of ideas, like I'm going to make all these videos. I never did. But one of them was explaining my screen name. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that now because I really want to make a vlog, but I don't know what to vlog about. So I was like, I'm going to do that now. So my screen name is Roses and Clovers. And that is because of my children. So I will explain that. I'll start with the roses is for my 5-year-old, who's my youngest. He has cystic fibrosis. And that is a genetic disease that he was born with and will always have. There is no cure. And there's a story, and you can look up more about it, and I may do a video later going into more detail on what it is. But right now I'm just going to explain how it relates to my screen name. So, okay, sorry. He has cystic fibrosis, okay? And if you go to cff.org, that's the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and you can also learn about CF there, because who knows when I'll get around to doing a video explaining it. But I think the story is on there. There was a woman who both her sons had cystic fibrosis, and this was in the 60s, I believe, and she immediately went to work, you know, trying to do fundraising and make phone calls and get money to help find a cure for cystic fibrosis. And of course her sons would hear her on the phone, and one day one of her sons asked, you know, I know what you're doing is really important, but why do these people need to know about 65 roses? It's so cute. And that story's kind of stuck like as part of cystic fibrosis because it's like from the point of view of a child, you know, 65 roses, what's so bad about that? Why do you need, you know, so that's where the rose came from. And if you go to like the donate page or something and you can get like a blanket or something, it has roses on it, or their calendars have roses on them. Like, so that's where the roses came from, was for my son who has 65 roses. He has cystic fibrosis. The clovers come from his big sister who has cerebral palsy, and which is not genetic. This was a brain injury. She has a baby, and I will probably do a video on that later and explain that. But she has cerebral palsy, and their awareness ribbon is green. And I always kind of thought we were lucky with Victoria because she's healthy, and there are various degrees of cerebral palsy. There are, you know, some people with cerebral palsy who are completely dependent. They cannot walk, they cannot talk, they cannot feed themselves, probably can't even eat. Some of them have to have a tube feeding, which my son does, but that's for his cystic fibrosis. But they can't eat, they can't control their mouth and their swallowing or anything. So, you know, so she goes to school, she plays, she's pretty active, she does, you know, it affects her life very much so, but not so much so that she can't live and enjoy life, you know? So she's, oh, you know, we always kind of thought she was really lucky. So that's a 4-leaf clover, and they're green, and the awareness ribbon is green. So I made up the clover for for the cerebral palsy, but the rose for cystic fibrosis is legit. That's one of their things, is a rose. And I would actually like a tattoo of a rose and a clover someday. I just can't figure out in my mind, I don't want like a rose and a clover. I want it to be like really cool looking, and maybe several roses and clovers, and I'd like to incorporate my oldest daughter somehow with something. She used to be my little ladybug when she was a baby, so maybe I'll have a little ladybug on it or something. But I can't vision it in my head what kind of rose and what color and where do I want it and how do I want the clover, you know? Like, there's a lot of details I gotta work out on that. But that's where the roses and clovers came from, if you were curious, because I always am. I always wonder where all these screen names come from. Like, where did you come up with that? Like, what does that mean, you know, or did you just make it up? I kind of made mine up, and it's my screen name or login info or whatever for a lot of things because it's easy to remember. And you know, usually it gets accepted. for some reason, I don't remember why, but my Instagram is roses_clovers, because for some reason I couldn't do roses. Usually I just put an N, because I can't do the and symbol, unfortunately. On most things, they don't want you to put a symbol in there, which I don't like. I want to be a symbol. But, so it's roses in clovers, except for on Instagram. So that's why I have, you know, flowers instead of my name, which is Erica, by the way. My name's Erica. But I figured the roses and clovers it just works. I like it. And now you know why that's my screen name, in case you were wondering. So now that's out of the way. And if you're curious and would like to know, I will do videos in the future, maybe even next week, because I'm kind of, now that I'm vlogging every day for Shea Timber, I'm kind of on a roll for I want to vlog. I'll do those. I'll do a video, maybe a day in the life of James, and I'll explain more about cystic fibrosis, and maybe for cerebral palsy too. But that's it for today. I hope all of y'all are having a fantastic day. It's raining here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's amazing. You know, we're all like, it's raining! And it's a lot of fun. So I'm waiting for my husband to get home. I think we're going to go get something to eat. And that's that. So take care, everybody. Bye.